Hello everyone. So with the crypto idle game revolution in full swing and 3% and 10% miners springing up almost daily, I felt compelled to do a video. So this is my first ever video on YouTube. So I felt compelled to do a video of the 10% daily miners or minters. And I'm going to also give you my top 5 10% daily miners and tell you which ones I'm personally invested in. Now there are more of these than you realize at first, but we'll go into those later. So just a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment purposes only. So you have to do your own research and your own due diligence before investing money into any of these so-called crypto idle games. So to begin with, I've also left links down below for you to check these miners out for yourself. And first of all, a brief history of crypto idle games and where I believe these things eventually evolved from. So as far as I know, HEX was the first blockchain certificate of deposit. So the average APY in HEX is over 40%, and the price appreciation, according to the founder Richard Hart, was 386,000% in a year and a half. So this was, in my mind, the advent or the start of these things, although we'll speak about ETH Shrimp Farm a bit later. So from here, from HEX, we went on to Drip Network. Drip Network was launched in April, and it's basically, to me, it's HEX on steroids. I think you get 365% drip at 1% a day, every day for 365 days. So basically, what HEX is missing is this hydrate button. So for me, the 1% a day, you can compound that, recompound into drip. So by compounding once a day, drip starts to reach 3,600% APR, which is basically 89 times the 40% APY of HEX. Drip is also recently, or Forex Shark, the drip dev, has helped launch Mana Farm, and one feature of the Mana Farm is the drip miner, which is essentially a drip BUSD LP miner game, which is a 3% miner game based on BNB Miner. So BNB Miner is essentially a ETH Shrimp Farm copy, but instead of 100% per day, BNB Miner pays 3% daily. So BNB Miner is basically a pyramid scheme where the money to pay the original investors comes from new investors. So it doesn't really create any value, but it's not all bad, because there's a built-in mechanism to prevent the contract funds from going to zero. So in theory, it will continue to pay out, provided new investors stay coming in, and provided everyone involved does a reasonable amount of compounding. So there's nothing original about BNB Miner. As I said, the source code was basically taken from ETH Shrimp Farm, which was a crypto idle game from back in 2018. And even with the code, I found this, so you could see the code where it says market eggs, get my eggs, hatch eggs. That's a legacy from the old Shrimp Farm contract. And speaking of contracts, the BNB Miner contract currently stands at over $3 million. So this 3% miner was started back in March, and the the big hullabaloo about this is that it's lasted for 7 months. So, and only recently, since the end of August, it's gone on a precipitous run, which took it from $160,000 to its $3 million, and that's where it stands today. So this is still going on, but the next step in the evolution, I think, of these crypto idle games will be the 10% miners. So now I'm going to give you the top 5, or my top 5 crypto idle miners. And at number 5, we have one of a few of the Bee Game, let's call them projects. So this is a DogeCoin 10% daily miner. And the idea is based on the 3% mines, where you hire bees and the bees produce Doge. So if we look at the contract, this miner is basically 2 days old, and it has $18,700 in its contract balance. At number 4, another one from the same dev is the Cake Bee Game. So it's 10% daily, as we said before, and in this one's contract balance we have $54,000, and this one is still also relatively new. It started on the 1st of October, so that would make it about just over 4 days old as we speak. And then at number 3, we have another offering from the Bee Game developer. This is the BUSD Bee Game. Also 10%, of course, and which equates to 3,650% APR. And when we glance at its contract, we could see that this one's been around since the 26th of September. So it hasn't been growing as much as one or two of the others, or as quickly, but it does have $142,000 in its contract balance, and it's really been ticking up over the last couple of days. And then one that I've personally invested some money into is the Crypto Egg Game. So this is the longest running 10% mine out there at the moment, and we could tell that from its contract on BSC scan. This has been running since the 18th of August, and it's picked up a lot of interest. In fact, just today the dev has said that they were going to implement new market strategies, and they were going to launch a crypto egg token. So that would contribute a lot to the crypto egg ecosystem, maybe help it develop an ecosystem. But this is one that I've been compounding since I put some money into it, roughly 2 weeks ago, and I'm happy with the results so far. So the BNB value of this crypto egg contract at the moment is over $800,000, so I don't see this one falling off anytime soon. But the one that I'm really very interested in is the BUSD farm. So my intention with this one is to put a couple of $100 into this contract every week. At present I have just over 2,500 farmers, and I compound this 2 or 3 times a day whenever I get a chance. And if we look at the BUSD farm contract, we could see that it's only 7 days old, or just over 7 days old, and yet it's already reached a contract balance of $1.1 million. So this is easily the fastest growing 10% miner out there. And yeah, I'm expecting big things from this miner. I think this one would last for quite some time. It's anyone's guess as to how long these 10% miners will last, because there's no precedent for them except Crypto Egg Miner, which has only been around since the middle of August. All the other 3% miners out on the net base their forecast for longevity on BNB Miner, of course, because this has been around for 7 months. So if that's anything to go by, I think BUSD Farm is going to be around for quite a while, and I'm happy with the results. The one thing I like about BUSD Farm as well is that the devs only take a 4% fee, as opposed to all the other 10% farms or mines who take 5. May not sound like much, but it adds up in the end. And then also a special mention, there are 2 other 10% offerings coming up soon. Also from the Bee Game developers, I should say. The one is called the Tether Bee Game. So it's a stable coin, much like BUSD Farm. Of course, Tether's market cap. Tether's the biggest stable coin out there in terms of market cap. So this will be a really interesting one to ape into. And another one is the Tron Bee Game. I'm assuming that this will not be on the Binance Smart Chain, but that will be on the Tron chain, TRC20. So this is also another interesting one if you want to diversify your 10% portfolio. But yeah, that's it from me. So I'm really going to ape into BUSD Farm, because I see a lot of potential in this over the next coming days and weeks. And of course, Crypto Egg, I've been in this one for 2 weeks. I didn't really go mad and put everything I have into it, but so far so good. The contract balances keep going up. So yeah, I'm happy I did. It certainly beats trading. So yeah, watch the space, and if this was of any value to you, please check out my links below, and don't forget to do your own research before putting money into these or any other miners. Alright, thank you.